Good evening and welcome to Gustav making stuff in this blood special. Yes, so we are going to make blood. Because I use a lot of blood in the movies I am in and also making myself. So I will now show you how to make a certain blood. Now we have the first one. It's the sheep blood that you just have spurting out of the in the air, or just you can have water with red food dye in, or you can make it a little bit more fancy, very very cheaply. If you are like me, living on the countryside and do have some old call it well, if you have some strawberry juice or other red berries or blackberries that has been turned into juicing, so you just can mix them with water, and it's a very odd translation, but whatever, I just looked it up online, so it's probably true. See, now this is from 1992, so it probably will not be drinkable. So now we are going to open this. As you see, it already looks like kind of wine or, well, reddish, bloodish thingy. But anyway, I have incredibly much of this. And you also have maybe some old chunks in it. Sometimes it's kind of gooey-fied. You can also use this directly as very, very gooey blood if you do want to. Which I'm not gonna do, because I'm going to show you a little bit later a different gooey blood. MacGyver trick if you can't get it out, stuff out because it's too thick. You take a very well used, you can use a drinking straw or a pipe, you will see like that, and now I will just going to blow in this. That will make it pressure, so it will come out easier. As you see here on the straw, that it is not very, what do you call it? It's a little bit too translucent. And now, as you see, this isn't really convincing. Now we'll put red food dye. Quite a lot of it. Also, this might destroy the whole purpose of it. This exercise, but we are going to put in some kind of very good and expensive fake blood in it. But due to this will just add, we'll use maybe 100 milliliters of it or something, or 100 centiliters. No, sorry, 10 centiliters of it. There, cheap blood, expensive blood. See, they are very, very similar now, except this one you have like 5 liters for almost nothing. This cost 30 bucks. Now, I have this flock blood, which is a very, very new and interesting thing. It has been used in Ash vs. Evil Dead, and apparently I think it was invented by a Swedish person and then shipped over there. I have not 100% confirmed that. Anyway, so you see how this very, very, very... Now it's very thick, so we have to mix it up a little bit with the liquid here. There we have some liquid. That's a little bit too much liquid. Anyway, so what this is actually fabric fibers. But you see how fantastically gruesome. You see, you have it, it's like a paste. And then you can have it there, and it looks like very, very good as a blood. And if you look very, 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 very close on it, which I try to do here, try to smear it out, and you will... I don't know how well this is seen, but you see it makes some small little... you call it little islands when you do this, and you scrape it out. This is actually nylon fibers. So when this dries, which I will now test. See, here we have cloth, here we have this blood thing here. Now we're just gonna smear that out. There we have it like that. And we can drip some of it like that. And let's take one of the bigger chunks here. Like that. We put a chunk over there. And we are going to see when this has been dried. Also, to make this even fair, let's try the same thing here. You see, it's very easy to wash off. This is the underblood, where I'm still red at my fingers, and here I have absolutely nothing. So let's just also do here, we take a little bit of a chunk there, and we have a little bit of a dribble and dribble, and also a part where we have kind of smeared this out a bit like that. Now you see we have the same type of thing there, but on a plastic now. So let's see how that will turn out. So now you see here that it has gone a couple of days here, and it has now dried. So you see you have the little small fiber islands there going on. If you look very close to it, this is looking very, very good when you are filming stuff, because it looks so gooey and disgusting and stuff. But you see you have this, it's a bit of a sugar-based, this glycerol, which is used on this. I will actually try this in a moment, but you see that there we have it, that has sucked up all the liquid into the fabric there, so you have this little dough here, and it looks very much like the things you find in your dryer after you have done red clothes. So that's why it's red fibers here. And then you have, when you have a small brushed off, and you see it's very easy to just take off like that. And if we're gonna put some water in it, which I will show you in a minute, there we have the little bit of thicker thing which you can just pull off like that, and most of it is getting away. That's why this is a very ingenious invention, due to it's making cleaning stuff very, very easy, and you don't have this red fingers also that you see that kind of attached itself to the table there. So now you see we're just gonna have some water here, and just how easy it is to take off. You see there is something red in the background. That's because there's a red skull on this bag. So it's not the fake blood that has formed a skull. But you see, it's very, very easy and very, very handy to use. So fantastic flock blood. And now I'm going to actually try to make this myself, due to making very many small little fibers here by taking this nylon strap here and just cutting it with a scissor a little bit off camera. There we go. See, like that is fantastic. And now we're gonna put in some glycerol here, because that's why I think it is, because it tastes a little bit the same. You can buy it on everywhere. It's a kind of a sugary ingredient to preserving for vegetables and stuff like that. Anyway, so now you see I'm filling up here with a nylon thing, and I'm starting to mix this around, and you say we get almost the same result, because you have to find some supplier to buy fibers, or
easier way than I do. But it is just a test, as you see. And you see it looks and behaves almost exactly the same due to my fibers are not that very fine. And now let's compare this to having an actual fresh little blood here with very much glycerin in it, and you see it behaves almost exactly the same. So now we're just gonna try to mix them up to see if it's correct. You see they don't separate from each other, so I think it's kind of a correct solution there. Thank you, I hope this was very informative of you. I will soon return with other videos, but there you go, bye.